What is non-international armed conflict, NIAC, in IHL? Imagine a situation where fighting erupts within a single country, but it's not a war between nations. Instead, it's a conflict involving government forces and organized groups. That's what we call a non-international armed conflict, or NIAC. It's a term used in international humanitarian law to describe specific types of internal violence. Unlike wars between countries, NIACs happen entirely inside one state's borders. They often involve government armies fighting against rebel groups or insurgents. These groups must be organized enough to carry out sustained military actions, not just random violence. For a conflict to qualify as a NIAC, it needs to meet two main points. First, the violence must be intense enough to be considered more than just a protest or riot. There should be collective hostilities or armed clashes that requiring military effort. Second, the groups involved need to have some kind of command structure. They must be organized to plan and execute military operations over a period of time. This organization distinguishes a NIAC from simple civil disturbances. International humanitarian law provides rules to protect people caught in these conflicts. The Geneva Conventions, especially the Third and Fourth Treaties, include rules that apply to NIACs. Common Article 3 of the Geneva Conventions sets minimum standards for humane treatment and prohibits acts like torture or murder. Additional Protocol 2 builds on this, allowing armed groups that control territory to conduct military operations while still respecting humanitarian principles. Understanding whether a conflict is a NIAC is important because it determines which laws apply. It helps protect civilians and ensures that parties follow rules about treatment and conduct. Governments sometimes hesitate to label internal violence as a NIAC because it might imply legal obligations or recognition of rebel groups. But classifying a conflict correctly is key to making sure everyone's rights are respected and that humanitarian protections are in place. So, in simple terms, a NIAC is a serious internal fight within a country involving organized armed groups and government forces. It's a specific legal category that helps guide how conflicts are managed and how civilians are protected under international law. Recognizing these conflicts correctly helps ensure that the rules of war are followed, even when fighting is happening inside a single nation.